So let's talk tension on the Pfaff creative icon. So tension always gets blamed on so many different things, but I want to show you just a couple things to be aware of. Number one, if you are using good quality thread and you have your same thread in your needle and the bobbin, most of the time you do not need to change or adjust your tension. Now, if you have stitches that aren't turning out to your liking for some reason, let's check to see that you have a fresh needle in, you've cleaned out underneath your throat plate, and you are using a good quality thread. So many other variables come in before tension actually needs to be changed. So where is tension on this machine? So first off, keep your eye on this bottom corner as we choose a few different stitches. So stitch number one, straight stitch, basic default setting for tension is 4.6. So if you do change it, you are actually changing the top thread tension only. So that would be like it's pulling more of it up. So if for any reason you're getting more of your top thread down below and it does not look good, then you're going to increase it. So here's a little trick. It started at 4.6, so if you increase it up to 5.6, you're actually increasing it one whole number. Change it a whole number just to see the difference, because going at these smaller increments is actually not going to let you see much at all. So 4.6 to 4.8, you're not going to see the difference. You need to go up a whole number. Don't be afraid to go up a number or two. See if it's the right direction. Some people are like, do I loosen it or do I lower it? Well, if you go up a whole number and it gets worse, then you got to go the other way. So you got a 50-50 shot when it comes to adjusting tension. Next, if you're using threads to different weight of threads in your needle to what you have in your bobbin, then yes, the machine doesn't know that that is a different weight, and that's when you adjust tension. When everything is perfectly aligned, your machine is clean, you got the right needle in, and you're using good quality thread, adjusting your tension to balance your stitch is probably something to do. Okay, but watch here. As I go to a zigzag stitch, now we don't even have a 4 number, we got like something called 50. So we have a new feature in this machine called thread portioning. It can actually kind of sense how thick your fabric is, give that thread enough to get through all the layers and make it nice. So yes, the numbers did change. You will still increase it if you go to a higher number or decrease it if you go to a lower number. You'll see that also, I believe, in your embroidery side as well. It'll actually be a starting point of 50. So even when we go to buttonholes, you'll find that your thread portioning will be all set up, ready to go. But let's go over to my favorite part, decorative stitches. Same thing. As we pick out different stitches, you'll find that the thread portioning will actually pull the threads to the back side on purpose. So I've been playing, I just had to stop and play today. I was just playing with some decorative stitches, showing off some combinations, and even, this is an eyelet, by the way, in the eyelet menu, I actually added eyelets to this little stitch combination. So there's actually 3 different stitches showing to create this little option. I was playing around with some of the triple straight stitches with the variegated thread, kind of combining 2 stitches there. But so let's take a look on the back. In my bobbin, I have pink thread. So any place that I see a little bit of the variegated thread coming to the back, that is good. That means that those stitches are designed to pull the thread to the back side. And that's so the front side looks its best. It's like putting the Sunday best on. You want the threads to be pulled to the back side when you're doing decorative work. And that should probably naturally happen. Again, if you have 2 different weights of thread, you are going to need to adjust that. The other one people are going to probably need to adjust tension for is when you're doing a straight stitch and you jump down to the free motion world. So when we free motion quilt with one of the 4 free motion feet, you will probably find that you will need to adjust the tension in the stitch edit area as needed. Usually I need to tighten it. So after you do a little test free motion quilting, through your batting, through the back, flip it over and see what it looks like on the back. if it doesn't look as pretty as the front, usually you need to tighten this top tension. And again, it starts here right today, it starts at 5.8, so I'd be going up to 6.8 or even closer to 7. You will find that as soon as you dial in so that stitch looks the same on the top and the back, like you couldn't tell which side you free motion quilted from, that's perfect tension. But again, usually I'm using 2 different weights of thread in my needle and in my bobbin, so I'm always adjusting to get it to look perfect. So don't be afraid of tension. Remember, if it gets worse, you went the wrong way, go lower. Make sure you change it a whole number so you can actually see that it actually did something. But double check before you start kind of messing with tension. Do you have all the right combinations of thread, needle, and is your machine clean? So I hope this has helped you with your tension adjustments. I hope you're inspired by some of the decorative stitches that you see here. We've got links below this YouTube video where you can check out how to make your ultimate stitch book that's stitching out all your decorative stitches, and even 10 free videos you can watch with the Pfaff Stitching Cosmos online course, where we do play with tension because we play with so many fun decorative threads.